Welcome to Prehistoric House. Today I will learn with you about the history and existence of life on Earth. Hopefully this video will help you have a more general view of the history of the Earth. Note, all content in the video is collected from scientific documents and does not contain specific evidence. Please consider before watching. Welcome to the video What Do You Know About Earth? Part 1. About 4.6 billion years ago, Earth formed simultaneously with the Sun from a massive cloud of gas and dust known as the solar nebula. The formation process began with the gravitational collapse and compression of a portion of the nebula. The increasing pressure and temperature within the nebula triggered nuclear reactions, converting hydrogen into helium. Concurrently, planets, including Earth, coalesced from the material in the cloud orbiting around the Sun, marking the initial steps in the formation of the solar system. About 4 billion years ago, during the early stages of Earth's formation, the initial bedrock began to form. During this period, Earth was a molten and energetic planet, with a red-hot rocky surface. While the underground temperature is still very high, the process of cooling and solidification creates many different layers of rock, especially the bedrock layer. Such remarkable processes occurred during this time period, and they created the foundation for the subsequent development and transformation of our planet. About 3.9 billion years ago, Earth's different layers began to form through magma freezing and cooling from within the Earth. When magma from inside the Earth begins to cool, it creates different layers of rock in the Earth's crust. This was an important period in the history of planet formation, and these layers later played an important role in creating the structure and geology of the Earth as we know it today. About 3.8 billion years ago, Earth had a primitive atmosphere containing gases such as methane and ammonia. This time marked the initial appearance of the planet's atmosphere. Methane and ammonia created an environment very different from the current atmosphere, and over billions of years of evolution, the appearance of oxygen and bacteria changed the structure of the Earth's atmosphere and environment. This has made life on this planet more possible and diverse. It was also around this time that life first appeared in the form of bacteria and single-celled organisms. About 2.5 billion years ago, the process of forming oxygen on Earth began. Photosynthetic bacteria and green bacteria are bacterial species capable of producing oxygen through the process of photosynthesis, in which sunlight is used to convert carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and glucose. This process created large amounts of oxygen in the atmosphere, an important ingredient that promotes the growth and survival of organic species that require oxygen. Oxygen has become an important part of the Earth's environment and created complex life. About 1 billion years ago, Earth underwent important changes in its history. During this period, large continents began to form, creating diverse geological structures and terrain. Large rocks formed platforms, making the Earth's surface more complex. During the same period, magmatic activity increased dramatically, leading to the formation of new volcanoes and rocks. Volcanoes erupt, creating new lands and changing the planet's terrain. These events played a key role in creating Earth's structural and geological diversity, and they continue to shape the planet's evolution. The formation of large continents makes Earth a planet with many diverse environments and geographical conditions, while magmatic activity creates new lands and influences the development of the Earth's environment. These are important events in the formation and evolution of our planet. About 635 to 541 million years ago, the Ediacaran period began, marking a pivotal period in the history of life. During this period, we witnessed the diverse development of the first living species on Earth. The Ediacaran period was the time of the emergence of many single-celled life forms and more complex organisms, but it was also a time prone to genocide. The species that lived during the Ediacaran period were often unlike any present, and many of them became extinct. However, the emergence of these life forms was the first step in the formation of more diverse and complex life on our planet. About 541 to 485 million years ago, this was the beginning of the Cambrian period. This is an important period in the history of life on Earth, because this is the period of diversity of marine animals. The Cambrian period saw the emergence and development of many branching marine animals, including species such as trilobites, brachiopods and many others. The appearance of many types of marine animals is an important part of building biodiversity and plays an important role in the evolution of life on Earth. The Cambrian period laid the foundation for the development of life and was one of the first steps in the formation of the complex marine ecosystems and marine environments we know today. About 450 to 440 million years ago, the Ordovician-Silurian extinction occurred. This is one of the important genocide events in the history of life on Earth. During this period, there were major changes in the environment and conditions of the planet, causing significant extinction of many marine species. The causes of the Ordovician-Silurian extinction are still being researched and debated, but may include changes in temperature, increased gas concentrations, and changes in the marine environment. This event affected many marine species, especially in deep-sea environments, and created significant changes in biodiversity and species distribution on the planet. About 416 to 359 million years ago, the Devonian period began. The Devonian period was an important period in the history of life on Earth and is often called the Age of Fish on Land. During this period there was significant development of land animals, especially fish and prehistoric aquatic animals. The Devonian period was also the period of development of the first land plants. The growth of trees has created new habitats for animals, and the combination of fish and land plants has promoted the diverse and complex development of terrestrial ecosystems. The Devonian period also witnessed the development of many different marine and aquatic animals, including many fully developed and diverse fish species. This is one of the important stages in the evolution of life and the formation of the Earth's environmental structure. About 359 to 299 million years ago, the Carboniferous period began. During the Carbon period, trees, especially banyan trees, grew strongly. These plants have died and fallen into water or in hypoxic conditions, creating large amounts of dead vegetation. This vegetation is then buried under water and sand in terrestrial habitats. Over time, pressure and temperature build up the coal sand layer, creating large amounts of coal and coal sand, which are valuable fossil energy sources for the future. The Carboniferous period also saw the appearance of many land animals, including turtles, followed by the first dinosaurs. This period plays an important role in the evolution and biodiversity of our planet. About 303 million years ago, the late Carboniferous extinction occurred. This is an important genocide event in the history of life on Earth. This event caused the loss of several plant and animal species, leading to changes in ecosystem structure and species distribution. The main cause of this genocidal event is still unclear and may be related to changes in the environment and geological conditions of the period. It is hypothesized that this event may be related to changes in sunlight intensity or changes in climate and marine environments. The late Carboniferous extinction affected the evolution and biodiversity of species that lived in later times and was an important part of the evolutionary and developmental history of our planet. About 299 to 252 million years ago, the Permian period began. During this period, Earth saw the rise of many diverse plants and animals, including the first dinosaurs. However, around the end of the Permian period, the largest mass extinction event in the history of the planet, known as the Permian-Triassic extinction, occurred and caused a significant loss of many species. Creatures, even turtle tongues and trilobites. Although the exact cause is still unknown, this event changed the ecosystem structure and species distribution on Earth, ending the Permian period and opening the Triassic period, when the natural world recovered and developed further in the following periods. And that's the whole point of today's video. Thank you for watching this entire video. If you have any questions, don't forget to comment below, we will answer your questions. We're happy to see you hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from us. And I am Prehistoric House, goodbye and see you again in the next videos.